So you want to start a YouTube channel? Let's talk about it. In today's video, I'm talking about content pillars, what they are, how they can be useful in helping you generate content ideas, and how to craft them for your channel. I will also be going through some other strategies and tools that you can use to help you generate content ideas. So if you're just landing on this video and aren't sure what's going on, this is episode number 10 of my in-depth series on how to start a YouTube channel. Don't worry, you don't need to watch them in order to be able to follow along. So once you're done watching this video, you can just go on to my channel where I have created a playlist specifically for this series. Hi, my name is Chinye and I am a new business development strategist, and I use my 10 years of corporate finance experience to show you how to start and grow your business even if you have a limited budget. If that sounds like something that you're interested in, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below and let's get started. Okay, so let's start off with content pillars. I like to think of content pillars as the template through which your content ideas are framed. Let's use fashion as an example. If you were to go on a fashion creator's page, you would typically see certain types of videos. There would be haul videos, styling videos, and possibly even get ready with me videos. So these would be her content pillars. Any idea that she may have would flow through one or all of these templates. Now, here's what I mean by templates. Let's say we're entering into fall and she now wants to create fall content for her audience. Well, she would take that theme of fall and run it through her templates. So her content pillars would come up with her video content ideas. She would have fall clothing haul, fall styling videos, and a fall get ready with me video. So in this example, we can see how her content pillars are being used to help her generate ideas for her content. She takes her theme and runs them through her content pillar templates to come up with her video ideas for her channel. So when it comes to creating content pillars for your channel, it pretty much boils down to the type of content that you want to create for your channel and what would be generally expected from you for your particular niche. Now, keep in mind though, this can also be a great way for you to set yourself apart by creating a template that is unique to your brand. Remember in the previous video on niche selection where I talked about symbiotic niching? I mentioned the idea of someone who was interested in both fitness and bookish content. One of the ideas I mentioned was all about having workout videos while listening to an audiobook and then doing book reviews in the sauna or a hot tub while you're doing active recovery. Well, the book reviews in the hot tub would be a content pillar and would allow you to create a unique style of book reviewing that would allow you to stand out amongst others in your niche. So don't be afraid to come up with something different if it gives you a creative edge over others within your same space. So the first thing that you can do to come up with your content pillars is to think about your audience personas. In my previous video on understanding your target audience, I used the example of newbie Nancy and busybody Bernice in the fitness industry. In that example, I was taking the position of a gym owner who wanted to use YouTube to build brand awareness for her women-only gym and also possibly get into the influencer space as well. So in that example, I used audience personas to help define the type of content that I would need to create. So for newbie Nancy, I knew that I wanted to create long form at-home workouts. Since she was a newbie, I also wanted to create educational videos on different fitness terms that would help her understand different health, fitness, supplement, and nutritional terms and concepts. For busybody Bernice, since she's always on the go, I wanted to create quick 20 to 30-minute workout videos that she can squeeze into her schedule. Since she was super busy and struggling with finding healthy food options on the go, I also wanted to create content that would provide healthy fast food options on the go for her. So the needs of my audience can now form the basis of my content pillar strategy. My content pillars would be 45-minute at-home workouts, educational talking head content, quick 20-minute workout videos, and fast food vlogs showing healthy options on the go. Okay, so here you can see how understanding your audience can help you create content pillars and generate ideas that will ultimately serve your audience and keep them watching your content. Another way that you can come up with your content pillars is to just look at others in your niche and see what they are doing. Some things are going to be expected. So if you are in the fashion niche, then people expect to see fashion hauls. So go ahead and give the people what they want. You can get creative in the actual video creation process to try and make it your own. But at the end of the day, some content pillars are standard for a reason. People like them and want to continue to see them. All right, So now that I've covered content pillars, I want to cover some ways that will help you generate content ideas or themes that you can then run through your content pillars. The first one is keyword research using words related to your niche. The keyword research tools that I am currently loving are vidIQ and Google's own keyword planner. YouTube also has its own internal research tool, although I think it would be best to wait until you have a larger audience with more views to really be able to take advantage of its research capabilities. Now, I really like vidIQ because it's specifically geared towards YouTube, and depending on the pricing plan that you go for, it has some pretty awesome AI capabilities to help you with SEO keywords and generating video ideas. So once you know what's trending based on your keyword research, you want to make sure that you are making video content around these keywords and then optimizing your video title, description, and tags for optimal results. So my next video will go into more detail on how to do this, but in this video, I will be talking about SEO keywords and channel setup. The next place you can look for content ideas is to look down in the comment section, but not just your own comment section. Go ahead and look at your competitors' comment section as well and see if they don't spark content ideas for you as well. Oftentimes, larger channels won't be able to get to all of the questions that people leave in their comments. So use that as an opportunity to address those questions. Oftentimes, if someone has left a question down in the comments, then there is a pretty good chance that other people had a similar question but didn't ask it. So be the one to address those questions. The last suggestion for content ideas that I'm going to share is using industry-related sources. For example, if you are in the personal finance niche, you probably subscribe to a number of different industry-related news sources like Kiplinger's Personal Finance Magazine or The Economist or Bloomberg or something. So go ahead and browse through those magazines to come up with ideas for yourself. Now, it doesn't have to be magazines either. It could be any other publication, news outlets, or even trade shows where you can find ideas for great content that you can create videos around. The most important thing is to keep your ears open to potential opportunities or trending topics that you can capitalize on. Even if they aren't currently trending, you can still go ahead and have the foresight to create content on that topic. Think about it this way. If something isn't currently trending, but you make a video about it, the moment it starts trending, you're the only one with the video on it. Because of that, you have the potential to really grab some major views and even subscribers based on that one video. So it's important to really think about what could possibly be important to your audience, even if it isn't currently trending. Okay, so in my ebook, The Comprehensive Guide to YouTube, I have a couple of other options that will help you generate ideas. You can go ahead and grab that down in the link below if you're interested. All right, so that is all for today's video. If you have any additional questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments down below, and I will try to get to them as quickly as I can. If you would like some additional help with strategizing for your channel or your future day 100 business goals, feel free to head on over to my website at businessonabudgetco.com and book a session with me, and we can talk about it.